A diesel heater works by burning diesel fuel to generate heat. The fuel is typically stored in a tank and is drawn into the heater through a fuel line. The fuel is then sprayed into a combustion chamber, where it is ignited by a spark or a glow plug. The heat generated by the burning fuel is used to warm the air or water that is circulated through the heater. The process of heating with a diesel heater typically begins when the user activates the heater by pressing a button or turning a switch. This causes the fuel pump to start and the fuel to be injected into the combustion chamber. The spark or glow plug is then used to ignite the fuel, and the heat generated by the burning fuel is used to warm the air or water that is circulated through the heater. Some diesel heaters also have a thermostat that allows the user to set the desired temperature. The thermostat monitors the temperature of the air or water being circulated through the heater and adjusts the fuel flow and spark or glow plug as needed to maintain the desired temperature. Overall, a diesel heater is a simple and efficient way to generate heat using diesel fuel. It can be used in a variety of applications, including in vehicles, boats, and vans. There are a few different types of diesel heaters that work in slightly different ways, but the basic principles of operation are the same. One type of diesel heater is a forced air heater, which uses a fan to circulate heated air through a space. The air is heated as it passes through the combustion chamber, and the fan helps to distribute the warm air throughout the space. Forced air diesel heaters are often used in vehicles, boats, and other small spaces where there is a need for quick, efficient heating. Another type of diesel heater is a hydronic heater, which uses a liquid, usually water or a mixture of water and antifreeze, to transfer heat. The heated liquid is circulated through a system of pipes or hoses, and the heat is transferred to the air or surfaces in the space through convection or radiation. Hydronic diesel heaters are often used in larger spaces, such as buildings or warehouses, where it is important to maintain a consistent, even temperature. Regardless of the type of diesel heater, they all rely on the same basic process of burning fuel to generate heat. By burning diesel fuel, these heaters are able to generate heat efficiently and effectively, making them a popular choice for a wide range of heating applications. In addition to the types of diesel heaters that I mentioned earlier, forced air and hydronic, there are also other types of diesel heaters that work in different ways. For example, some diesel heaters are designed to be used in vehicles and are integrated into the vehicle's heating and cooling system. These heaters use the vehicle's existing fan and ventilation system to circulate heated air throughout the passenger compartment. These heaters are often referred to as vehicle heaters or cab heaters. Another type of diesel heater is a radiant heater, which uses infrared radiation to transfer heat. Radiant heaters do not circulate air or liquid. Instead, they use a heat-emitting element, such as a heating element or a glowing ceramic surface, to transfer heat directly to the objects or surfaces in a space. Radiant diesel heaters are often used in outdoor or industrial settings, where they can provide heat to people or equipment without the need for ventilation or circulation. Installing a diesel heater in a van typically involves the following steps. Choose a suitable location for the heater. The heater should be placed in a location that is protected from the elements and has good airflow. It is also important to consider the location of the fuel tank and any other mechanical components that may be in the way. Install the fuel line. The fuel line carries diesel fuel from the tank to the heater. It should be routed in a way that avoids sharp bends and is protected from damage. Mount the heater. The heater should be securely mounted to the van using bolts, screws, or other appropriate fasteners. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions when mounting the heater to ensure that it is properly secured. Connect the electrical wiring. The heater will need a power supply to operate. This can be supplied by the van's electrical system or by a separate battery. The wiring should be properly secured and protected to prevent short circuits or other electrical problems. Test the heater. Once the heater is installed and wired, it is important to test it to make sure that it is functioning properly. This may involve turning the heater on and off, adjusting the thermostat, and checking for any issues with the fuel flow or ignition. Overall, installing a diesel heater in a van requires a certain level of mechanical skill and knowledge. If you are not comfortable with this type of work, it is recommended to hire a professional to install the heater for you. Here are a few additional considerations to keep in mind when installing a diesel heater in a van. Ventilation. Diesel heaters produce combustion gases, which must be properly ventilated to prevent buildup of dangerous gases inside the van. Fuel tank. The fuel tank for the diesel heater should be properly secured and mounted, and it should be located in a location that is easily accessible for filling and maintenance. Safety. it is important to follow all safety precautions when installing a diesel heater. Maintenance. Diesel heaters require regular maintenance to ensure that they are functioning properly. This may include cleaning the combustion chamber, replacing the fuel filter, and checking the fuel pump and ignition system. Overall, installing a diesel heater in a van is a relatively involved process that requires careful planning and attention to detail. By following the manufacturer's instructions and taking safety precautions, you can ensure that your diesel heater is installed properly and provides reliable heating for your van. Compatibility. It is important to make sure that the diesel heater you are installing is compatible with your van. This may include ensuring that the heater is the correct size and has the appropriate power output for your van, and that it is compatible with the fuel system and electrical system of your van. Insulation. Installing a diesel heater can be a good opportunity to improve the insulation of your van. Noise. Some diesel heaters can be noisy, especially when they are first starting up or running at high speeds. Fuel efficiency. Different diesel heaters have different levels of fuel efficiency. If you are concerned about fuel consumption, you may want to consider a heater that is designed to be more fuel efficient. Cost. The cost of installing a diesel heater in a van can vary depending on the type of heater you choose and the complexity of the installation. Overall, there are many factors to consider when installing a diesel heater in a van. By considering these factors and doing your research, you can find the right heater for your needs and ensure that it is installed properly to provide reliable heating for your van.